All right, boys, because this happened the other day. We need to talk about this list. This is not.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
It's not okay. Some of the stuff here. So for those that know, there was a Hunter's Choice Monster Hunter 20th anniversary. For the top monsters. We all vote, and then they give us the number 1 to 229, I believe. Overall, with the top 10, I was pretty happy with it. I don't know how you boys felt, but I thought it was okay, most of it. I was very happy to see that we can just already start with this. We got our boy Zinogre number 1. I was happy with that.
Of course. I mean, who wouldn't be surprised?
Of course. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, he's most popular in Japan and, Portable Third and stuff. That shocker. But it starts getting a little bit odd the more down we go to the top 10. So this video is going to be more of like a therapy session and trying to explain to people who might only be in World and Rise, but try to explain why it's wrong.
Because obviously this is across all generations of hunters. We've got the new hunters, we've got the older hunters, and you can kind of see how much influence both perspectives have had. And when you combine the entire list together, it makes some very messed up lineups between two monsters.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
and it's just, I understand where a lot of these people are coming from as well. Like World was a lot of people's new game. That's the whole new generation of hunters. And I'm so happy to welcome them aboard.
Yeah, and it makes sense because that's why I think Nergigante got second. That makes sense, and it's a great monster overall. I mean, it's an Elder Dragon killer. It makes sense. First flagship, first game, get it. And then what makes me happy the most is we actually managed to get Lagiacrus in third, which is heavily deserved.
Oh, absolutely.
We were actually almost right, too, in that one video. We were definitely in the top 3.
We were definitely predicting Lagiacrus would take.
Yep.
I was thinking top spot, but then I forgot. Lagiacrus is more Western favorite.
Yes.
And Zinogre's more like Japan favorite.
Yeah, and plus I think Portable Third sold more in games and stuff for Portable Third than when it came to 3U and Tri, I believe.
Yeah.
So makes sense.
It's big in Japan.
But let's get to the crazy stuff. Balustrax deserved. I love Balustrax. He made GU great. Gore, 100% okay.
Yeah.
The kinda, all right.
Each their own.
Each their own. If Iceborne and stuff is your first game, then I understand. So it's okay. Narga, 100%, love it. Vitalis, okay.
New version of Vitalis is amazing, as everyone knows.
Let's talk about our first issue here. Ruiner Nergigante.
This is getting out of hand. Now there are 2 of them.
It's already going crazy because this doesn't make sense. I'm sorry to say this. I get it. Again, if your first game is World and Iceborne, I understand that, Spiky's cool. Nergigante, 100% I think is okay for number 2. But Ruiner doesn't make sense to me.
Because obviously, of course, everyone should be voting properly. It's 1 vote each. The fact that both Nergigante and Ruiner equally got as much love as each other is weirdly surprising.
Yes, because the biggest thing about Ruiner is that I can tell you already now, probably maybe half or more of the people that played Iceborne or World did not get to MR100, and they probably didn't even get to fight the full version of Ruiner Nergigante.
They probably did like the cutscene one.
They did the cutscene one before the Shara. So in reality, I don't know why Ruiner got even 10. I mean, I could see it maybe in the 40s or 50s, but there's no reason why this should be number 10.
I was thinking probably maybe 30s, but
30s, yeah. I think,
but yeah, not number 9.
Yeah.
I think it'd be more like 75% one way. Yeah.
They should have grouped them in some way or form if they're not really, and you're gonna start seeing that later on when they mess up.
We'll get to that.
Next, we have Elatreon. I'm mixed because
I'm conflicted as well.
If we're talking about the old Elatreon, I'm 100% okay with this in 10. If we're talking about the new one in World or Iceborne, I hate it. It's not that we can't.
He looks really cool.
He looks great. His moves are great. Everything.
He's great versions.
Yes.
Love them.
It's
old Electron, his moveset's a little bit boring.
It's a bit boring, but it's the fact that they made it a DPS check. That's what
and
I
the new
hate.
one's a DPS check, and no one liked that.
Everyone hated it. It's not that
I might be in the minority.
It's not hard. Don't get me wrong, it's not hard, but it's the part that is annoying is that you have to build an elemental set for it, whereas the old Latreon stuff, you don't. You know, you can do whatever you want, but in this one, it forces you to make element sets, and for a majority of like, you know, first time players, they don't know how to make element sets. You know, they don't know about that. They'll come into a random hunt, they'll do blast or, you know, whatever they want, and then the hunt gets fucked up. You know what I mean? And I think that's what made the Latreon and world kind of, I wouldn't say shit, but not fun like it should have been.
Makes me think most of the Latreon votes are just off aesthetics.
Yeah, it's either aesthetics or speedrunners.
Valid, but then at the same time, to get to number 10 off pure aesthetics is wild.
Yeah.
Here's my point of view on it, is that I feel like Alatreon as a monster was done well.
He's a great one.
Alatreon as a system was done poorly. He should have been locked behind a much higher master rank. And the issue wasn't necessarily that he had a DPS check. It's that the DPS check was affected differently depending on the weapons you were using. Some weapons, like Greatsword, had a massive unfair elemental advantage, while weapons like Insect Glaive or Dual Blades actually did really poorly. Gunlance especially, because your main damage is shelling.
Yeah, so it kind of fucked up everything with the whole use what you want. And then here's the stupid part too. Why is Ruiner atop, like, above Alatreon when probably more people have fought Alatreon than Ruiner?
If anything, most people have fought Alatreon twice.
Exactly. Like,
you have to fight the regular and then the weaker one to get to Fatalis.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm not gonna go crazy on that one. But you know, after that we got Stygians. You know, I'm fine with that. I love that dude.
Great choice.
Abyssal's fine. I like it. So
happy to see it in top 20.
Primordial.
I was gonna say with Abyssal, obviously he was locked away.
Yeah.
Right at the back of 3U.
Oh yeah.
Out of the way. So it's a little bit surprising, but it's really glad. I'm kind of glad that he managed to get all of that love.
I'm glad. I'm happy because that's one of my favorite final fights.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's like seeing an old friend you haven't seen for a while, and like they're doing well, they're happy, they're healthy.
Now it gets a little weird because I mean I'm fine with Primordial Malzeno. I mean
I'm really happy with it. I think they did quite cool, especially obviously that final sequence where he has like the 10-hit combo. I love that stuff.
Yeah, I'm glad they threw it in game for me.
Now I start questioning because like Mizu, I do like Mizu, but I think it's only number 14 because it's in Rise. To be honest with you, because
recency bias.
I need to see where Glav is and Gamma because I'm probably not gonna be happy where they are.
Glav isn't so bad.
Glav's kind of close by. Gamma's
we need to have a talk.
We'll talk to Gamma when we get all the way down to him.
Old Fatalis, all right, you know, I get it. I like, he's got a good theme. Save, I'm fine with. Save's cool.
Yeah, that ultimate attack.
Honestly, I'm mad that Bruiner beat Save. To be honest with you. Rakadios, cool. Namiel, okay-ish.
It's when you take the water elements as a thing. There's not too many like big end game water monsters.
Yeah.
So it's really nice to see one as cool as Namiel.
Exactly, and that's what makes me happy about him. He's a cool other. Shigaru, I'm fine with, you know, in that placement. Crimson Glow. I like Volcana. I like Valstrax no matter what. So both Crimson and Valstrax in top 20 is okay with me. So I'm fine with this. But then it starts getting interesting.
And now we get to the very interesting stuff.
So we're gonna kind of skip through this, you know, until we see something crazy. So you know, like being the mascot of the game, it's kind of funny seeing Rathalos at 21. I'm not a big fan of Rathalos, even though he's the main thing you fight.
Sure he's the flagship, but I don't know how many people actively go like, oh yeah, it's a Rathalos, that's cool.
Yeah. I don't know a lot of people that
maybe it's the stories players.
Probably. I mean, yeah, maybe. We got Raging, which I'm okay with. Tyrese, blah blah blah. Glav. I'm glad to see Glav in 25 because he's a great, I guess.
I was gonna say, were you expecting Furious Rajang to be higher?
No. I mean, I know not a lot of people like fighting him, but he is a challenge. I'm actually shocked he's actually this high, to be honest with you. But he
might
is
be because of Sunbreak, honestly.
It's Sunbreak. Yeah, it's 100%. That's what I'm like trying to think is like, I feel like most of these boats are just World and like Rise players. They're not all what's it called, like old gen hunters. Because we're gonna see some of the examples. Like, I mean, I'm glad to see Bolt Reaver this high too. And Gog, Chaotic, Dala. Oh, seeing Dala this high is happy.
Yeah.
Matsu, Dodo, your boy Kazu. Risen almost is. Damn.
I'll wait to see how low Giginox is.
Risen Crimson Glow.
That's opening the box of. Do we really need to include like?
We have 3 Valstraxes.
Every variation under the sun.
Yeah, I mean, I will say the Risen one with that special move is pretty goddamn cool.
Oh yeah, it was amazing.
And now I don't understand why the Risen one's lower than the Crimson one. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that is true.
Actilka, 34, and then you're gonna see something weird in a minute for everyone at home. Kutku, my boy, love it. Bloodbath, all right.
The Yang Kutku is higher than Bloodbath Diablo. I mean, this is a lovely feeling.
I would say like Kutku is like a known like beginner monster, so a lot of people are like, oh, I like this, bird wyvern, and not a lot of people probably fought Bloodbath. But
yeah, the unlocking specifications for Bloodbath were not clear.
Yeah. Now, here's where I'm going to start getting a little bit like, what is wrong with you people?
This is the first time we're going to be saying this, but
what?
Just know that everything below this point is worse than the Kutku on this list. Just keep that in mind.
But I was just about to talk about, why is Kieran number 39 on the list? Who out there is actually saying, I love Kieran. I love fighting the thing that zaps me nonstop and has a hard body.
I think they forgot to put a 1 or maybe a 2 in front of the 3. I think it's a bit of a typo, I think.
See,
I just want to talk to him. I want to talk to him.
I don't know. It's
if
crazy because it's above Joe. It's above Joe.
It's above Joe. It's above Odo Giron.
Everybody, it's above
Savage.
And just keep this in mind, everybody. Keep this in mind. Where they are is supposed to be better or higher than anything that's below this. So keep that in mind. All right. This is where you're starting. Probably gonna get crazy. All right. So yeah, we'll see. So that was Karen. We got Joe, Odo, Savage Joe, which ranks apparently lower than Joe, which I guess understandable. Xeno Jiva, a Contour, the Stalos.
I say with a Cantor, just keep in mind where a Cantor is. We'll get back to your Canlos quite a bit later down the lane.
We got Kushala, okay. Soul Seer, I'm very happy to see a lot of deviants up here, sorta.
Soul's cool. It's got loads of unique mechanics.
Yeah. Colv, actually I guess Soul Seer beats Violet, which is interesting.
I'm surprised to see Colv so far down. Like, to my understanding, the community was very split over, the Cole versus Safi gang.
The thing is that
Master Rank.
The thing that sucks is that Cole is like one of those fights where it's like you do it a couple times, but you don't want to do it again after a while. And then when Savi came out, I think everyone dropped Cole mostly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I understand it being at least 50. It's not a bad fight. It's just it kind of gets boring.
I still had my Colv Strong Arm Ice, and that's all I need.
But what's starting to get me weird out is that now Dire Morales is somehow more boring or less than Colv.
Yeah.
That's a exciting one.
I know, I love Dire Morales so much. Especially that Abyssal got so high.
Yeah.
You think Dire would have been knocked up a little bit more.
Then we got Basil. I'm shocked he's that low. Yama.
How did Yama get so high?
I think this is another case of like old gen hunters because I like Yama. Maybe not the Frontier one, but I will say fighting that one was kind of an interesting fight as a kid. It's not so exciting as now an adult, but as a first time seeing it, you're like, wow, that's a big floating squid thing, like, oh my goodness. And he had pretty good weapons, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, Greatsword was really nice.
Then we got Lucent. Kind of hurts to see you that low. Somehow Val has beats Magnemola and Rajang. What?
I do like the concept of Val.
I mean, it's a cool idea, but I remember hearing so many people like cry about this thing, and I was even one of those people at one point too, because that miasma shit, whatever it does, was making me mad as like when I first played.
Yeah, the max health having stuff. I personally really liked Val, but that's just me. I know most people didn't.
Yeah, it's just I'm not even like mad about where it's just I'm weirded out that he's higher ranked than like stuff like Teostra and Chameleos and Rajay. The literally
an ogre of all monsters.
Oh man, and then Steve got kind of hit hard. I don't know why he's 60. I feel like a lot of people definitely did not play for you to know that. Lao Shan, or how you want to say his name, 61.
He did. I mean, because a lot of these were talking about as if like, oh, we're really disappointed with like how high or Lao is. You know what, Lao? He did a good job. Well done to him.
he worked very hard to lumber to that spot.
I mean, and roar and throw rocks everywhere, I guess. That's it. Yeah. But I guess he's better than Violet, and apparently better than Shah Dala. And Cedius. That's interesting. But my boy, Great Jaggy, 68, we like it.
He is the best.
Got the funny number.
Yeah, he is the best of the Raptors.
Of course. We got Toby, Barioth, Risen, Shigaru. Interestingly, I guess people didn't like Risen, Shigaru. Seething, Diablo. Damn, Diablo's got hit hard. Silver. Damn, wait, hold up.
Here's a fun one. This is the one I wanted to talk about. Legiana got higher than Crimson Fatalis.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's weird. Honestly, I think Legiana should have been a bit higher. I think Legiana was a pretty good monster.
It was fun, but like above Crimson Fatty.
No, yeah, Crimson. Why? I don't understand why Life Fatalis and Normal Fatalis are way higher than Crimson. Like, why is that forgotten?
Yeah, Crimson got shafted quite badly.
We're gonna get crazy in a minute, boys.
So, like, we're nearly at the elephants in the room.
Yeah, it's gonna get bad. So we got Molten. We like Molten. Rathian got 78, which is funny. Nikarkos, love him. Shara, Zamchios. Best Point Queen.
And now we have reached the elephant in the room.
This is where it gets bad.
From this point onwards, everything else is less than Vest Point Queen. Just keep that in mind.
Now, 500%. This was a meme pick. There is no way someone out there is thinking this thing is better than the majority of the lists we're about to see on the bottom of this. Because if you do, and I'm not trying to insult you, you're insane. You might need help.
Good for you. Counterpoint. What the hell?
Yeah, there's something wrong if you think Vest Point Queen is better than. Let's get some examples here. Yangaruga.
Silverwind.
Gameth.
Pekka.
And my poor boy Luna Garon. Maybe he doesn't have the best armor and weapons, but he was a cool design, you know.
That being said, though, one of his trio did far worse. Poor boy.
Somehow Plesiev just barely got the top 100, which is fine. And mind you, keep minding this. Just keep this in mind. Best Point Queen is apparently better than all the ones we're seeing. I just want you to keep refreshing that in your brain. Just keep that in mind. We got people like let's see, Ebony Odo. Giganox is better than apparently Attel's net. For some reason, I don't understand this, and the boys explained this to me too. They considered Actelka and the machine, which is the nest, completely different monsters. This is where I'm gonna say, in my opinion, that they should have summarized some of the monsters, because they should have just done Actelka with the robot thing, because it's one fight, right? It's one fight.
Yeah, it doesn't happen. It's not like a separate hunt. Like, I'm gonna go on a hunt and fight the robot. Yeah, which I would quite like a separate fight for the robot. That'd be quite fun.
It would be pretty awesome. But I don't know why this is separated from Actelka. This could have helped Actelka get higher, and I feel like, but because they decided to weirdly separate them,
it's great to see Gignos far lower than Kezu.
Of course. So keep in mind, Best Boy Queen beats Lunastra. Poor Ivory, Legaia, Chris.
I have a few things to say about that. I know Cinna is not like the biggest fan of Ivory, and I understand because it's like the middle child.
He is the middle problem child.
You get base Laggy, which is, you know, the Leviathan, and then you get Abyssal, which was pretty much the best monster to get thunder weapons from at the end of 3U.
Or you could be the Ivory that we fought in our generation video, who also wanted to be a Leviathan.
Yeah, wanted to swim. That's all.
Yeah, my point of view here is, unless you understand the pain of the Super Ivory from that event quest, I don't know why Best Boy Queen is better.
Again, and this is where, and it's not even just Best Boy Queen. There's a lot of ones up there that are going to be like, why are they better? Again, Jen apparently is almost just barely on the 100 mark, even though he's one of the best, in my opinion, like raid kind of, you know, you fight him on a boat and he goes over you. That shit was cool.
Yeah, and the final showdown as well.
Yeah, but apparently Best Boy Queen's better. Don't worry. Apparently that's better.
Best Boy Queen is the great equalizer.
And hitting that exact 100 man Orochi Kirin, I mean.
Like, apparently Orochi is way less cooler than Kirin, even though I think Oroshi's more fair than normal Kirin. And cooler looking. But Celtis Queen being less than Best Boy Queen is starting to hit some rough parts, as well as like Malfestio being 102. Guys, like,
we're still not the worst yet.
You have Anjanap at 106. Eucontlos got,
there it is.
He is like 60 plus.
He is 62 positions away from a Cantor.
Yeah,
he does way more stuff than a Cantor.
Oh no, 63 actually.
Yeah.
That's rough. But then we got King Shakalaka. Oh, here we go again. Here we go. We got King Shakalaka as 111. So mind you, anything below here, and this is including anything else you see on this list that you might be like, what's going on here? Anything now below this is technically, basically less voted or less cool than a King Shakalaka and a Best Boy Queen.
We didn't bring this up when we first looked at this list, but have you looked at the next two in comparison to each other?
Oh yeah, Azure and Gold?
As Azure beats Gold.
No. Oh,
don't worry, but we got Gobel right near. It's also I mean, I love Boldrum, but it's the fact that Boldrum beats stuff like Deadeye, apparently, or
Legiana.
Duramboros? Bro.
Man, what? I know a lot of people would be sad that Duramboros is this low.
What did he do wrong? Like,
spin. He spin too hard.
But it's so...
But we like the spin. We all love the spin.
He spin too hard, damn it.
Damn, man. And then Conga, and then Brew was better than Tigrex, in my opinion.
Shafted so hard.
I don't understand, bro. Then we got Shen.
I think Shen also, similar to Lau, has done a good job.
He did a great job. No, I bet 80% of the people that are going to be watching this right now, I bet you don't even know what Shen is. I bet 80% of the people right now that play like only World and Rise don't even know what the hell we're talking about. So I'm not going to go crazy on that.
But long.
Yeah, big crab, cool. Maybe not a cool like mechanic, but it's pretty easy to understand how to beat it.
Now, we have to point out also, like, I think this is the best crab.
Yeah, 100%.
Which means, unfortunately,
the others are.
We're going to have to get to Shogun at some point, and it's not very happy for a lot of people.
As we go down the list, we're just going to keep going crazy. We got your Great Jagras. We got Scarred, Ian, which I guess I understand. A lot of people don't know even the difference between normal and Scarred. Nightcloak getting below. All right, I'm not gonna go on that. Why is Apex rated this high? I'm gonna be real with you. Why is an Apex rated this high? Apex and Ogre.
Why vote for an Apex and Ogre when you have Thunderlords?
Why is even Apex like on this list? I'm gonna be real with you because this is gonna piss some Rise players off. Apexes are just lesser versions of Deviants from G.
Oh, yeah, they are.
They are. Yeah, 100%. Like literally, Apex and Ogre is just a lesser Thunderlord, and then you got Apex. Rathalos somehow still managed to beat Vulgar and Janath.
That's awful.
What are your thoughts on the fact that Daimyo Hermitar did better than Shogun?
I don't know what to say. And it's also shocking that Narwa is so low on the list.
Not to me.
Okay, the fight is down there. Narwa, the fight is like kind of meh, but the music is beautiful. I like.
Oh, the music's amazing.
Yeah, the music's great.
Narwa can stay in that little pit around.
Pairing.
Oh god, I just saw it.
Number 139 and also number 139, we have Gravios and Black Gravios paired together.
Of course. I mean, I wish they'd be higher, but I think that's only because people don't, they don't know.
It's just the fact that they got the exact same vote is coincidental.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Royal Ludroff, unfortunately, 138. Etcha, my boy. Great Macchio, unfortunately. But what makes no sense here, I'm going to roast...
Yeah,
I'm gonna give shit to anybody. If anyone in the fucking comments, I hate that. I'm not gonna be toxic, but you're wrong. If you're defending Zora, I'm sorry. Why is Zora even on the hundreds? He should be the last monster on this list. I'm gonna be real with you.
I don't know who plays these games and goes, because obviously there's gonna be joke people. Joke people will definitely have voted for Zora because
of course.
it's a funny thing to do.
Yeah,
but there will be some people in that list. That's not 100% joke list. There'll be some actual people playing Monster Hunter World that goes, "Oh boy, did you get to Zora? Zora is my favorite part."
I love Walking Simulator. It's so fun. I like to walk on a monster that does nothing. And then for it to just go up to a wall and we shoot at cannons at it and then it goes away. That's fun. That's better. Don't worry. That's better than everything else below this list. Don't worry.
I remember when I first played World, and my favorite part was just standing on the tip of Zora's nose, waiting, I believe, 8 minutes.
Yep.
For it to walk to the next zone.
Exactly. That is literally all we did. When we played, we were just sitting there. I think I pulled up a different game on my phone, waiting to get to the
probably.
It was that boring. I don't know why this thing, and mind you, apparently this is better than Vulgar. And everything else below this. Apparently better than Narwa.
I'm so sad Vulgar got 150. He was such a cool fight.
He's so cool. Oh my god. So now we're keeping in mind. Best Boy Queen, King Shakalaka, fucking Zora.
So that benchmark's gone now. The new benchmark is Zora Magdaros. Everything below here is
everything. Keep that in mind.
Worse than Zora Magdaros.
Apparently they're less exciting than what you just, find. Apparently less exciting than finding a Zora. So let's keep that in mind. So Vulgar. Darin apparently is less exciting than a Zora.
Yeah, the monster from one of the best openings of any Monster Hunter game.
I'm fine with Velocidrome, whatever. Narwa makes no sense again. Shogun, I have a love for Shogun, so I don't know why. Apparently,
I know a lot of people love Shogun.
Don't know. He's got some of the coolest gear and armor and weapons and shit.
I think it's time for sad monkey moments.
Bro, why is Garen? Bro, what is wrong with people, bro?
I know Garangolm was at like a disadvantage against, a vampire dragon and an ice werewolf, but come on.
Bro, he's a monkey with 2 elements. Like,
and he can nuke.
He nukes. Like, what do you want? Like, but mind you, this is less exciting than the Zora.
Now, I need to talk about Rusted a second. Obviously, with like Zora and stuff, it's joke things. Rusted, it was not voted that high as a joke thing. I think that's like pure seriousness.
Yeah.
Why did so many people vote for Rusted?
I don't know. I think it's just nostalgia. I honestly didn't see a big difference with them in any other game. Maybe. I think in 4U there's a big difference. But
I guess 4U
had that
is the story one. Yeah, the 4U one's the story one, so I guess it might be that.
I guess. But again, I don't understand. Almudron, I don't care for him. I don't understand.
Oh, my boy Uragon, no.
I know. I don't know why he's rated so low when he's another.
I love Uragon.
Let's see. What else is lower? Let's see what's lower than Azora. Let's see. Apex meat. It's just Souls here. Viper Toby. Risen Kush is apparently more boring than Azora.
Glacial Ignactor? I thought Glacial Ignactor was really fun.
He looks so cool. His aesthetic is amazing.
All the Risens somehow got less than Zora somehow. I don't know how the fuck that happened. Hollow Gen got less than Azora. Somehow one of the final G rank like kind of quests that you do, which is very exciting, is less cooler than Azora. And then here's another example of just most of the people I think that voted this were only playing World and Rise and don't know any of these other monsters, because if they actually saw what Hollow Gen did, they'd 100% put Zora above or below than Gen, in my opinion. Hollowed.
But it still wouldn't beat Best Boy Queen, obviously.
Of course. I mean, of course.
And followed obviously by Rust Razor.
I think just people don't play GU. They don't experience it. And then you got Drill Tusk. You got fucking.
I quite like Drill Tusk, honestly.
Yeah. But mind you too, these are now ranked below the other Apexes that are just copies of the Deviants. So that's even worse.
That is true.
Hypno. I'm actually in the shock to see Hypno in the hundreds, but I love Hypno.
Yeah, you either are in your like mid-20s,
yeah,
or you don't know what a Hypnocatrice is.
Exactly.
There's no in between.
Exactly. It's that rough. Apex is somehow. Oh yeah, poor Lavius. Yeah, damn, that poor boy. Green plus, yeah.
We got the Green Party here.
Green Argukuge. We got the Green Party uniting.
I thought everyone forgot about Cephadrome, honestly, but here he is. Higher
than Ibushi.
I'm trying to find other shit that's crazy, because mind you, everything below this is less exciting than Azora, apparently.
Now, I want to talk about this Shatton. And more sad monkey moments and stuff. But like, man, Bishan was a cool fight, and he had the gimmicks with like the fruit throwing stuff.
That's actually unique, yeah. But
he didn't fare very well, and neither did his subspecies, which is I can just see on the bottom corner of my screen.
Just a little loader.
Just see the snitch of him.
I'm shocked. And then I'm trying to find others that are just like, again, everything below here is apparently Stone Fist. I don't like Crystal Beard, but they were more exciting and fun to fight than Zora. You got Sandberry off at 200.
Yeah. I think I was to bring up is Somnicav. I think Somnicav might be probably one of the worst monsters in the franchise.
Yep.
From what I've seen, because like no one ever likes.
No one likes. I don't know anyone who likes Somnicav, bro.
Or is Deviant.
But apparently it's better than Deviants. Apparently it's better than Tiger Stripe Zamtrios. Like,
yeah, I love Tiger Stripe. Like,
he's such a cool design.
The armor is so good.
Yep. He's a challenging fight.
He's chat. Let's keep looking here. We got Crimson somehow getting this fucking low.
Come on, let's talk about Snow Baron.
Why are they? There's so many like Deviants that are low, and I know it's because people do not play GU.
Snow Baron was such a like just having these huge snowballs being rolled and kicked at you.
Yeah, and actually holding them up and like slamming them onto you is freaking cool. But
to an extent, Snow Baron made me very, very, very angry when I hunted it.
The X is crazy. At least he drop kicks you though. That's kind of cool.
That was
pretty fun animation on that one.
But it's what's else on this? Magma Almudron got super. I like Magma. I thought Magma was better than the original.
It was smaller, so it was more easy to deal with, and it staggered so easy.
I actually like both of them.
Yeah, they're both cool.
Both of them.
But don't worry, it's less exciting than Azora.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. Red Helm apparently is way less. Great Roggy had some of the best cool looking armor in the game.
Just armor alone, I thought that would have been up there.
That's what I'm saying. Copper got hit hard because I don't think anyone remembers him.
No, he literally was just in that one fight in Freemium Night.
Yeah. But
Rust, I know Dramburst didn't do the best.
Yeah.
But I thought Rust would have been higher, especially for that event quest.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Where you have like the biggest thing ever just helicoptering towards you.
But let's go. I know it's the last couple, but I need to. Whoever voted Aurora above. Like, come on, bro. Like, even I would vote that Apexes are better than Aurora. Even Steel should have been higher. I know people don't like, roly poly.
Steel got goofed.
He did.
He's the stink roller.
I guess, but it's just like, why? Like, you put all these monsters, everything, Ludroths to, like, you even put Apexes below a Zora Magdaros.
I was kind of predicting, like Copper would be at the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, Copper and Terra Shogun, like, if you know what those monsters are and you fought them, you can probably get a senior discount at like a Golden Corral.
Of course. I remember fighting Terra Shogun all the time. Honestly, I'm fine with him being this low because there's nothing exciting, different. It's just the armor's way better than the weapons.
So I couldn't like give like a definite answer of like, oh yeah, this thing 100% will be the worst monster.
Yeah.
But seeing Sealer come to the bottom is kind of funny.
Bro, this doesn't make sense. I'm gonna be real. Like, I don't know. And what's even more to gross, I'm just gonna call this out. Looking at the chat that was at on this whole ranking thing was disgusting. Like,
it was awful.
The amount of
some salt.
The amount of crybabies of bitch-made crybabies I saw when Zygnogre got number 1 over their Gigante or Devil Joe was sad. Oh my god. But okay, anyways, I'm not gonna insult anybody anymore.
We'll leave the insult in there, but just know.
Yeah, just know. This is a disappointment.
The Best Boy Nation has done a proud service today.
Apparently. No, don't worry, Zora. Woo!